Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 5 baits for the, I wouldn't say wonderful, hot month of June. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's just basically go over what's happening in June. Well, first of all, there ain't no more bass spawning. There ain't no more bass starting fry. All the bass have done their thing up shallow and now they're moving to summertime. Which is, in the south, it's already summertime, even though it's not even summer quite yet. But these bass move offshore, and they also move shallow. They go offshore and they also go shallow. And I'm gonna give you a couple baits that you can catch this offshore fish and the shallow fish with, and explaining them where and how to fish them. So let's get right into it. Bait number 1, probably favorite bait to catch them. It's pretty simple. It's just thinking topwater. You got your walking bait and you got your frog. The walking bait I would throw, say, over points, brush piles, offshore, schooling activity, or if you're covering like a grass line or something, just cover water, throw this in deeper water and just cover water. This is my favorite right here, the Megabass Giant Dog X, and it is a smaller walking bait. Don't be surprised by its name, Giant Dog. This is it compared to a frog. Not very big. Also, it has 2 hooks on it, so it's also not very big. But it mimics these smaller bait fish in this month, because right now there's a lot of smaller bait fish in the month of June, because in May they just spawned. All the smaller bait fish finally got big enough to start schooling offshore. So now you'll see a lot of bait fish about that big or so, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And this bait, smaller walking bait, actually mimics them really well. And then if you fish in shallow or around bluegill beds and stuff with grass or other docks, skipping a frog with a dock is a great way to catch bass in June. Or just matted up vegetation like hydrilla, cattails, lily pads. Oh, that's a frog right here. I mean, this frog's gotten tore up too. Like, just look at that. Just look at that. I mean, barely the paint's coming off. This is the Berkeley Swamp Lord in bluegill color. I like bluegill because it obviously mimics a bluegill. And I like walking frogs, especially this time of the year, because silent topwaters catch big bass. Because everybody's throwing a loud topwater. Now, this Giant Dog X, it's not super loud compared to like other baits like this rattle trap right here, which is super loud. This Giant Dog X is not that loud. It's a little softer. It doesn't have a very wide walking. It's more of like a V, not more of like a little straight line. Some walking baits will literally turn like this. It mainly goes like that. It's a little more finessey. Catches still massive bass. I caught a 6-pounder on this one time, and I also caught a 7 on this one too. Alright, bait number 2. Okay, it's getting like 8 o'clock. Topwater bite's done. My favorite bait to catch bass on, and a lot in big bass, a shaky head. Not any shaky head, specifically a bigger, or not big, probably like a normal size. This is a 7-inch worm. Not very big. This is the Bait Fuel T-Mac in Junebug. Specifically in Junebug, because if y'all didn't see my last video, I caught an 8-pounder on this exact combo, exact thing. Junebug worm, fishing on a point, just hopping it, and that thing stood up like that, just kind of let it sit there. It floats a little bit, not too, but it sits around like that in the water. If it's on the bottom, it kind of sits like this. And that 8-pounder picked up, I got him. I mean, it was wild. I was wild when I hooked into that 8-pounder on a little shaky head. I like fishing this on grass lines and on offshore cover. Just pretty much anywhere where it's not shallow. You can still fish it shallow. You can fish it around boat docks. That's a great way. I caught a 6 or 7 on a shaky head fishing docks before. It was pretty good. I don't know what it is, what about it is. It's just that Junebug anything works extremely well just to catch giants. Now, if you want to catch like a lot of fish, go to like a green pumpkin or a watermelon color. You'll catch a bunch of fish. If you want to catch flipping giants, go to a Junebug. No matter if the water's crystal clear or murky as flip, go Junebug. I don't know, there's something about summertime and Junebug that drives big bass crazy, okay? Crazy. Bait number 3. An old school bait. The old Carolina rig. I love a Carolina rig, man. Last time at the lake, I mean, I slayed them on this. I caught 4-pounders, I caught 5-pounders on this Carolina rig. I love Carolina rigs. Too, I go with the swivel, like straight old-fashioned, like old school, like 1800s fishing right here. Good old 1/2-ounce lead egg weight with a swivel, okay, down to about 1.5 feet a leader to a ribbon tail worm. I don't really matter what color this is. It says, this color right here is Tequila Sunrise. I mean, it's a purple worm. Like purple, any like purple hue worm, like Junebug, Plum, Tequila Sunrise, anything like that really works. But like one of my favorite colors for like ribbon-tail worms is Plum. I don't know why, but I just like Plum. It's pretty like a brighter purple, but I just have a lot of confidence in Plum. You can throw any other color you want. You don't even have to throw the purple colors. You can throw green pumpkin colors, black and blue colors. It still catch fish, but again, the bigger fish like purple bait for some reason, like Junebug, Plum, Tequila Sunrise, all that good purpley stuff. Again, I'm fishing the Carolina rig around offshore cover, brush piles, rocks extremely well with fishing with the Carolina rig. Bait number 4. One of my favorite patterns to get on in the summertime, jigs. I love jigs. This right here is a piston jig, and this right here is a football jig. Two different jigs, two different places you fish them. This, I fish around cover. Pitching jig, I fish around cover. I love skipping boat docks with this thing. I love pitching wood piles with this thing. I love just fishing it shallow. And go-to color right here. Any like green color, purple color. Again, I have a little bit of purple in there. That skirt right there is a Dirty Jigs pitching jig right here. I love it. My favorite jig. Look, it's gotten beat up. You see the paint chipped off that thing? Actually, they repainted a little bit too. So I did a little mismatch trailer. Here's a little Guggen rattling chunk, I think. I don't know. Not my favorite trailer, but it's the only trailer I had left because I was absolutely smacking them. Absolutely smacking them on a jig right here. Just skipping docks. I mean, it was fun. It was fun, I'll tell you that. I mean, it's fun to catch them on docks with this thing. And you can catch giants too, because a jig is like a bigger profile. So you skipping like, say, a shaky head under a dock, you may catch like a 2-pounder, but and that 6-pounder under there won't eat it. But you skip a jig under there, that 2-pounder will get scared off, and that 6-pounder will see that skirt pulsate out, and it'll come over there and smack it. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then again, offshore. Offshore, I caught a 5-pounder last time on a jig offshore. It's just something different. Like, I'll fish a Carolina rig, I'll fish a big worm, I'll fish a shaky head, and I'll fish a jig offshore. I'll go rotate between because bass offshore want different things. And I love fishing a jig offshore because it's down there on the bottom and you're just dragging it, but every now and then pop it up or something. Because it's down there on the bottom, dragging, pop it up. That thing will come up, pulsate, and the bass is following it behind it will either react, smack it, or go away. But usually they react and absolutely smack it. Or when you're dragging, is maybe the bass can't see it, but when you pop it up, they can see it and they'll go over there and investigate and actually end up eating it. If you throw a jig at this time of the year, you will be surprised of how many big fish you catch on a jig. Because I love throwing jigs offshore. They're just so fun, you know? You get that thud, you wait, and bang! I mean, I love jig fishing. It's so fun. This is Dirty Jigs football jig, paired up with the Yamamoto curly tail, little curly tail thingy. I don't know exactly what it's called, but again, I'll put links to all of these baits down in the description. You go to the description, click more, and they have the bait, the colors, and the size that all of them are in. Bait number 5, it has to be the deep crank. I mean, I love throwing a deep crank. It is fun if they eat it. It is not fun when they don't eat it, I tell you that. Because it's a pain to throw this thing. I mean, it's digging down there. I mean, you really have to work to throw this thing. But when they're eating it, it's fun. People say I throw the deep crank over wood. You can do that, but I don't throw that over wood a whole lot because I've lost too many of them. I throw it over gravel. I love throwing this thing in gravel and rock. It just bounces off that rock, doesn't get snagged because rocks don't really snag a whole lot as bad as wood does. But I just throw it out there, get it down there, working in the rocks, bouncing all over the place, and then I'll stop it maybe once, just kind of slowly float up, and then that bass that's behind it, when it, basically, think about this. It's going down there, it stops, the bass is behind it following it, and it floats pretty much up into its face. So the bass kind of has to eat it because it's literally like it's gone there, the bass is following it behind it, and it's thinking about eating it, but whenever it sees it, it floats back up right into the bass's face, and you will catch them, trust me. If you don't do that, you'll still catch them. If you add 2 or 3 pauses in your retrieve, trust me, you will catch more bass on a deep crank. This is the Rapala DT16, pretty standard deep crank. I mean, you can go deeper if you want, but I don't personally go deeper with a deep crank than 16 foot. I throw it on 12-pound line, it gets around 16, 17 foot. You can throw it like 15, it gets 14, 15 foot. But also with deep cranks, you don't want to throw a deep crank GT16 like 10 foot of water because it'll just dredge in the bottom and it won't have the best action. You want it like barely on the bottom, like just barely kissing the bottom pretty much. You don't want it dredging in the bottom. That's a little tip for y'all right there. With that, that's all the baits that I have for y'all today. Again, links in the description, and make sure you like and subscribe this video. We're on the road to 500 subscribers by the end of the summer. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned because I'm posting shorts every single day of the summer and hopefully a video 3 times a week.